boots are full of mud, so that's a little bit difficult. Hey guys, it's Jake from State Fun. Welcome to our bonfire. So here we've got a nice healthy stack of logs, and I'm sure the GoPro is probably squishing it down to make it look real small, but I'm probably standing 10 or 12 feet in the air right now with where my feet are. OSHA, this is perfectly fine. It's not a ladder. We've got a tarp we had out here covering over the brush pile so that it stays dry in the center. That way we have somewhere to light, because we wanted the day that it was gonna have a little bit of rain already on the ground. It's rained the last 2 days a little bit, and we've got some water over in the red truck just in case we do have a little bit of an issue. We've also got a ton of dirt that we can pile up, which I will be doing, because dirt kind of smothers a little easier than water covers. Water's going to be kind of for little out of hand, dirt's for a little more out of hand. But I'll have a dirt berm going around the pile itself. We'll have a pile of dirt that I can use to help smother in case of an emergency. Once we get this fire going, it'll be hot enough to dry out the wood before it burns it for the stuff that we pile on top from brush piles like that one, and that one, and that one, and those over there. So we got a lot of work to do. Let's go ahead and get started. Expect to need it, but now I've got a pile of dirt here. I've got a good pile of dirt most of the way around the bonfire. I did leave one section open that I can use to push stuff into it if I decide to, which may end up being how I feed it. I just don't really know yet. So between the dirt piled around it, the dirt pile here, and the water tanks in the background, and the fact that everything is soaking wet, very slippery, I think we'll be just fine. We got our Taco Bell fire sauce here, so now we just gotta hope it takes. Well, I'm not sure if it's still burning off the fuel or if it's actually lit well or not. We do have a nice backpack leaf blower, so I can provide some oxygen to it to get it roaring if it tends to die down. Well, that's getting hot. One of the most useful tools for feeding this bonfire has been this grapple. This is a fairly new grapple to me, and the first time I've actually got to use my auxiliary hydraulics. What I found is the easiest way to disconnect when you're wanting to reconnect later is I start with my grapple slightly open, turn the machine off, pull the lever to try and open the grapple to release pressure off of that side. Go to close the grapple, release the pressure off of that side. Then I disconnect my auxiliary hydraulic points. And the reason for that is, first time I did it, I just closed the grapple, set it on the ground, disconnected my things, drove off, came back, and when I went to reconnect them, they were so pressurized that I couldn't put them back on. So I had to bleed the pressure off of the hose line so that I could actually put my hoses back on my machine. So learn from my mistakes and don't do what I did the first time. So I was gonna stand close to the fire and talk a little bit, but it is hot. So this is about as close as I'm willing to stand. But what I've learned so far is the dirt was probably actually preventing oxygen from getting to the flames, which makes sense. I mean, I've done a smokeless fire pit video, for goodness sakes. I know that air is important. So I got the dirt pulled away, put it in a couple piles nearby so that I can easily grab it. And it seems that if I keep one side kind of opened up where air can get into it, it just keeps burning, which is working out great. It's drying stuff out, burning it off, and I just keep throwing more on it. This is going quite well. So the fire last night went pretty well. I went ahead and smothered it out right before we left. But we got a good bit of that pile kind of taken down. I still need to work on it some. Got this pile over here gone. Got a lot of the trees that were laying down over here done. A couple other piles are gone. We got a little bit more to work on, but that's what we're gonna try and do today. So I'm gonna try and pull some of that dirt back off, stoke that fire back up, and feed it the beans. Day number 2, the burn went pretty well. You can see some of the trees are gone in the background. A lot of the piles are gone as well. Burn pile's still sitting here smoldering. We've kind of covered it up with dirt so that it's not an active fire and it's not a fire hazard. Especially with how much it rained. It has gotten soppy wet out here now. As you can see, there's quite a few trees missing, and the land's starting to open up a lot more. You can actually see the slope of it and not be driving around trees as much. So thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.